Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I have covered the Edge token or the definitive, and it seems like that it is like preparing for another move up. I'm not sure, but again, it can basically do this as well. That is a possibility. Anyways, let's look at it, what is happening with the Edge, and if it can go for a new all-time high, how high it can go. Anyways, now if we look at some of the things that are going on around the Edge, of course the biggest one was that they basically launched cross-chain swaps. As you can see here, this was a really massive one, and now they have another thing coming up. So their version 2 is coming soon, which means we can expect a massive like surge in the volume of the definitive, and that should basically impact, I would say, Edge token as well. Now they basically clearly mentioned here that version was for the whales moving size, the sizes were big, and version 2 is for every trader on chain. So it seems like that their version 2 is going to be a really big one. So it has yet to come out, so let's see what happens. But again, this could be big one. So if it becomes successful, I think the Edge could be preparing for the next move of like this. That is a possibility. Now in terms of the Edge token itself, it has a market cap of like 74 million, and as of now, if you look at the utility of the token, it's really good as well. So users can basically stake the token and get real-time reduced trading fees. So that is exactly like other exchange tokens where you hold the tokens and you get discount on a discount on a trading fees, and you can directly do that here as well. So that's really good, I would say. And as long as there are users on the definitive, the tokens and demand should go up, because everyone wants to save on these fees because they do add up. So I would say that is most likely the reason why Edge has seen this massive move, because there have been a lot of whales trading on the definitive, and that has been basically pumping the token as well, because they do want to save on the fees. Anyways, now if you look at some other utilities, so they're working on some advanced features available exclusively to Edge token holders. It says coming soon, so I think they will most likely announce some kind of products along with their version 2. That is a possibility that I'm looking at. And in the future, they anticipate sharing value created through trading and staking with their Edge token. So in the future, they could basically implement like fees sharing as well for the Edge token stakers. That could be additional like utility, I would say. That would be really big one if they do add that. Anyways, now moving on to the token itself. If you don't know, it has a max supply of 1 billion. 49% of that 1 billion goes towards community, and 9.46 to treasury, and investors do get like 14.64, and the team gets like 27% basically. And we do have 12-month lock for investors as well as for the team, and after that 2 plus year linear weight. So basically the token launched back in like April, and in April of 2026 there will be a massive unlock for this token, and that means some of the tokens will go towards investors and some of them will go towards a team, and they will continue to get tokens on a monthly basis. So this token should see a lot of sell pressure like starting from the April of 2026. So that is possible once it happens. So that means again we still have like around we still have a lot of time before they can sell the token. Basically I'm talking about the team and investors. So that means we could see a pretty good run from the Edge before that happens. Now if we compare Edge with other like if we compare Edge with other tokens, such as like let's say if we compare it against likes of like other exchange tokens, if you look at KuCoin, even if you look at the BNB, even if you look at the Bitget token, all of them do surge, and their surge is really massive. And even if you look at the Hyperliquid, again that is an on-chain exchange, and it has a market of 15 billion. And if like Edge's volume takes off, I think it can basically push as high as like 300, or even like going as high as, I would say, 200 is a possibility. And if it does go as high as 200, I think the token will most likely hit a new all-time high. That is possibility. And again, I think as of now all eyes are on their version 2, and if it becomes successful we could be looking at a massive surge. Now let's look at it from like the TA perspective as of now. Now if we look at the breakout that it is trying to, it would be, I would say, it would be from this downtrend. So it could be trying to break out from this downtrend, and it did basically try to break out. As you can see, there was a pretty good like move. As you can see, it did break out, and as of now again it is trying to retest. So I think we can expect we can expect a retest as low as like 34.1 cent. If not, 34.7 cent is a possibility, and if it doesn't break below this red line, I think the token can basically push as high as 40. That is if it doesn't break below this red trend line. So again, this red trend line, I would say, is a key point as of now. If it like come closes like around this red trend line, and if it continues to go up, we could be looking at a move as high as 40 cent, or even I would say 43 to 40 cent is a possibility. That is the first move that I'm looking at as of now for the Edge token in general. And if it is able to hold this level like this, if it like goes from here, and if it holds this level for some time, I think it can push for a higher level, if that makes sense. So if it like goes in this range, I think we can expect a really good like surge. We could expect a surge as high as 54 cent, or even like 50 cent is a possibility. Now we do have really important resistance around here as well. So if it doesn't break above these levels, I think the token may basically go down. But again, if their version 2 becomes successful, or even if they announce any other kind of news, I think it can push like as high as 54 to 55. And in the past it has seen a massive surge, so that is also a possibility. It can also just start to recover and go for a new all-time high. That is a possibility. Again, basically, if we see a more volume on their like exchange, I think it can pull this like new all-time high as well. That is a possibility, and I think that has to do with their version 2. And if it does become successful, we could be looking at a massive surge as well. Anyways, overall, I would say it's looking really well. Let's take a look at some of the stats and how it has been doing in terms of that. Overall, it does have a massive volume on Avalanche. I'm really surprised that Avalanche is beating the base as of now. So I would say that's really good for, I would say that is really good for the Edge or Definitive. Again, if you look at the average daily revenue, it is higher on the base, as you can see here. But again, both of them are going head on head, Avalanche and the base. So I would say that's really good. Now, if their version 2 becomes successful, we could be like aiming for at least 75 cent. If not, I think new all-time high is a possibility for this token. Anyways, I just want to cover this coin. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.